Think for a moment, of Odin's one-eyed wisdom, Zeus's thunderous lightning bolts, or Ra's eternal golden sun. You know these gods from tales that have shaped empires and inspired epics. But what if I told you there was a god older than them all, a deity who was the sky itself, reigning over the endless steppes of Asia? Not a scarred warrior with ravens at his side, not a scheming king hurling bolts from a mountaintop. No, this was the very breath of the universe, infinite, blue, and unyielding. His name is Gok Tengri. In the Western world, he's a forgotten whisper, buried under layers of more familiar myths. Yet he pulses at the heart of Turkic lore, a hidden creator waiting to be rediscovered. Today, this story sweeps you back to those wind-swept plains where horses thundered and shamans communed with the heavens. Take a deep breath, the wind of Tengri stirs even now. Everything begins with Tengri's origin, woven into the fabric of Tengrism, the sky god faith that bound shamans, animists, and nomads in a sacred dance with nature. In Old Turkic, Tengri fuses sky and god, embodying the boundless blue vault, eternity, and the cosmos's unbreakable order. This heritage stretches back to the Bronze Age, some 5,000 years ago, but its voice echoes loudest in the 8th century Orkhon inscriptions, sacred stones etched in Mongolia's Orkhon Valley. These aren't mere carvings, they're the Göktürk Khan's divine decree, proclaiming rule by Kut, Tengri's sacred grace. Listen to Bilge Kagan's words, carved for eternity, when the blue sky above and the brown earth below were created, between them humanity was born. Tengri viewed these Khans as his earthly sons, shadows of his will. From the Huns charging across Europe to the Göktürks forging empires, and even Genghis Khan crediting his conquests to Tengri's favor, they all bowed to this supreme force. He wasn't a one-eyed sage like Odin or a bolt-flinging tyrant like Zeus. Tengri was abstract power incarnate, the universe breathing. In myths, he stirred from endless waters, hauling rocks and soil to birth the world's first mound. From it sprang the cosmic tree, its roots delving into the underworld, branches scraping the stars. Fruits of this tree yielded humans, spirits, and gods. Paired with Gun Ana, Mother Sun, and Iata, Father Moon, his rays wove the world like threads. Balanced by Urana, Earth Mother, sky's masculine blue against Earth's fertile brown, Tengri orchestrated harmony, rains as blessings, storms as stern reminders. Guarded by spectral dogs and serpents, his will could shatter fates, anointing heroes like Genghis to reshape history. But was Tengri alone in this vast infinity? Far from it. His divine kin formed a poised cosmos, worlds away from the Greek pantheon's stormy feuds and betrayals. Foremost was his son Uljan, or Kyra Han, the radiant bringer of good, architect of creation. From the root Kair, meaning to protect and create, Uljan commanded the heaven's upper tiers with his 7 luminous suns, wings of light unfurling like dawn. Prayers and offerings flowed to him, seeking guidance through life's tempests. In shadowed counterpoint stood Erlik, Tengri's brother and lord of the underworld, not a horned devil of western fire and brimstone, but essential balance, the Yin to Tengri's yang. In Kaka's lore, he held court in the deepest abyss, a neutral force ensuring light's value through darkness's embrace. Then came Umay, the tender daughter and goddess of fertility, hearth, and new life, Turkic mother's guardian angel. Women invoked her for healthy sons, tying sacred threads to cradles as talismans of blessing, her warmth complementing Urana's earthy embrace. Lesser kin rounded the circle, Kyra as pure creative essence, formless and profound, Koyash the sun, Iata the moon, alongside water, fire, wind, each a servant threading Tengri's grand design. White spirits heralded benevolence, black ones, trials to forge strength. Shamans, or Kam, bridged these realms with throbbing drums, entering trances to ferry Tengri's whispers from the blue beyond. This pantheon? A seamless waltz of monotheism and polytheism, Tengri the singular sovereign, his allies the symphony sustaining the stars. Tengri's saga isn't confined to dusty scrolls, it thunders through history's veins. As the Göktürk's national deity from the 6th to 9th centuries, Khans inscribed his mandate on Orkhon stones, Tengri lifted the Turks to greatness. His echo rode with the Huns into Europe, the Bulgars to the Balkans, the Xiongnu across Asia. In Genghis Khan's Mongol Empire, it fueled unbreakable hordes. By Tengri's love, I rose, the conqueror proclaimed. Tengrism was statecraft incarnate, guiding the Göktürk and Western Turkic Khaganates, yet it waned as Uyghurs embraced Manichaeism in the 8th century, shadows lengthening with Islam, Buddhism, and Christianity's spread. Traces endured. Tanrı, Turkish for God, springs from Tengri's root. Sky blue remains a sacred hue, evoking that eternal vault. Why the fade to obscurity? Conquests reshaped maps and minds, but in pockets, Siberian Tuva, Caucasus, Altai, Bulgaria's fringes, Tengri lingered like steppe smoke. Today, a roaring revival stirs the blue. In Mongolia's Naadam festivals, riders thunder across plains from July 11th to 13th, invoking Tengri under the land of eternal blue sky, blending wrestling, archery, and horse races with ancient rites that honor his boundless will. Turkey's Göktanrı communities, sky god circles, rekindle flames through gatherings and eco-rituals, weaving Tengri into modern environmental calls, protect the earth, his eternal bride. Phrases like, Tengri Jarlikasin, may Tengri reward you, linger in daily tongues, from Buryatia's organized rites to Kazakhstan's artisan revivals. Tengri returns, urging harmony with a warming world. Now, to quench that growing thirst, how does Tengri stack against Odin and Zeus? All three claim the skies as throne, sky fathers born from Proto-Indo-European roots like Darius, the ancient sky sire. Tengri shares Odin's wisdom-granting aura and Zeus's storm command, whispers of ancient migrations where steppe riders crossed paths with Indo-European kin. Yet the chasms fascinate. Odin, the scarred wanderer with raven's eyes, plots Ragnarok's doom. Zeus is a king of tangled relationships, hurling vengeful bolts from Olympus. Tengri, pure abstraction, the blue sky's silent vigil, no throne or temper, just equilibrium. His khans rule justly under his gaze. Ulgent echoes Zeus as heavenly sovereign, but with a creator's gentle hand. These echoes hint at shared human hungers, for order amid chaos, stars as guides. Tengri stirs something profound in me, the universe's quiet infinity. Gaze at the stars on a steppe night, that blue endures, murmuring, live in balance, honor the whole. He ruled before Odin's halls or Zeus's peaks, forgotten yet woven into our shared sky. Turkic mythology. A mystic vault of hidden histories, gems begging to shine. Thank you for journeying here. If you're obsessed with Norse, Greek, or Egyptian myths, Tengri will blow your mind. Subscribe for more lost legends.